It's a big week. We got the solstice on Thursday. We have a full moon in Capricorn on Friday. It's a lot about manifesting. It's a lot about change of seasons, manifesting. It's a manifesting moon. But before we get to that, we've got some really cool opportunities to dissolve old stuff with a lot of this Neptune energy. All right, I want to run us through the week really quick in like 5 minutes or less. That's my aim. And I want to give us some really good practices on how we can align with the energy, how we can, let me just feel, like embody what's possible with a solstice, what we can let go of. There's some letting go with this dissolving, the Neptune dissolving pieces. And then there's stepping into, so the week Saturday, we actually have Mercury squaring the nodes of fate. So it's also true north. I love this lineup. I think it's super stinking amazing. You might want to bookmark this video and watch it like 5 times because I feel like there's going to be a whole lot of stuff coming in about 4 minutes. All right. Not in 4 minutes, but the full 4 minutes that we have left together. Okay, you ready for it? Here we go. First, start of the week, it's moving out of Gemini into more Cancer energy. Right? So Venus has already moved into Cancer. Mercury, the mind, is moving into Cancer. As they move into Cancer, they all square Neptune. Venus squared Neptune over the weekend. What does a Neptune square to Venus mean? It means relationships. Dissolving old patterns means relationships, love, matters of the heart, the feminine aspect of self. Like a mystic fog descends, the cloud of unknowing descends, and it literally like wipes out reality to create a new reality. Isn't that cool? That's now happening with the mind on Monday. So the mind, this is such cool energy to work with. For any of those on a growth path, really a growth path, a healing path, an evolutionary path, to learn how to consciously work with Neptune energy is really, really powerful. Really powerful. Because it's a way, it's not like a lightning bolt way of changing and transforming. It's a dissolving way of changing and transforming. So just feel this. Here's the practice for this one. You evoke the cloud of unknowing. There's a whole book on cloud of unknowing. You can go read it, but you don't need to do that if you don't want to, right? You evoke the cloud of unknowing. It's literally, and what happens when you evoke this Neptune cloud of unknowing is it comes in and it dissolves the old thought patterns that hold you back. It dissolves paradigms, limited paradigms. It can be very confusing, right? Like it's a powerful mofo of a practice. It's powerful energy. We're probably already in it, right? But so you evoke that in. So it was first the feminine. That energy is still super active, right? So you can evoke that in, dissolve old belief systems about my feminine, dissolve old belief systems about relationships, dissolve old belief systems about my heart, right? My capacities to connect with another. Let me just feel my values, right? Venus also represents values, deepest heart's desires, values. Let the old stuff dissolve. Just let it dissolve, let it dissolve, let it dissolve, let it dissolve, let it dissolve into almost void, like nothingness. Now this is the mind on Monday. Let it dissolve, let it dissolve, let it dissolve. Old thought patterns, right? Old paradigms, just like how I think about the world, how I think about myself, how I think about anything, how I judge things, how I put things in boxes, how I organize things in my mind. Let it dissolve, let it dissolve. Can you see how powerful this is? Neptune is powerful energy to work with, right? And he's working us all. But when we work consciously with it, we'll go further. It's big transformation. So mind dissolving into the void, into nothingness, and then we open up, right? We open up. So once Neptune kind of gets past Venus, Neptune kind of gets past the mind, and then the sun comes on Thursday. So that's the conscious part of self. Conscious part of self, let it dissolve. I mean, this is really what this week is about. It can be very confusing and discombobulating this week because we're letting old structures dissolve. We're letting old roles and old identities, old who we thought we were, we're letting all of that dissolve to who we are stepping into, what we are becoming. Solstice, it's a change of season, change of guard, change of you, who you are becoming, what you are stepping into in alignment with your highest self forward, your truest true north, right? On a full moon. This is even more potent on a full moon in Capricorn, which is really earthy, which is really grounded, which is all about manifesting. So it's now also pointing to manifesting the greatest life that you can and becoming more active in manifesting. Leave a note if you're curious about that. I've been doing a ton of work on this, getting more active with creating our lives, like taking a more active role with creation energy, taking a more active role with manifesting, with creating, instead of sitting back on the sidelines waiting for things to happen. How do we take a more active role? How do we know when we're called to take a more active role? How do we not misuse the power of creation in our lives, right? But anyways, leave a note, just like something along the lines of like, yes, I want to hear more about that. No stress if you don't want to. That's totally cool. But if there's enough like buzz around it, I will certainly do something on that for us. Okay, so full moon, Capricorn. By the way, there's a full moon video that will come out probably Tuesday. So if you're curious to dive much deeper into this, where it's like a 30-40 minute conversation, go check that out. It'll be on the podcast. Look for ReWilding with Sabrina, Lynn. But just really quickly feeling into this full moon in Capricorn on a solstice. It's culmination. So full moons are culmination. It's the peak of something. Can also be like, it's like the summer, right? Solstice, summer, winter, summer. Do you feel how it's like max peak? It's max capacity of that. And then just we're like tipping over to the other side. We're tipping over to the other side. But while we're at max peak, max capacity of this Thursday and Friday, right? Max culmination, max peak, max illumination. Just to really sit, like to sit in that energy and go, what? Let me just feel, what is there for me to embrace, embody, understand, really let come to the forefront of my consciousness? What is it for me to be really, really aware of what has come to culmination, what I have created, and just honoring it? Like, I don't think we honor enough. I don't think we celebrate the harvest enough. Like, I don't think we celebrate the abundance enough. And to just go and to really like be with what you've created over the last 6 months from the last solstice. It's the halfway point of the year, right? For calendar year, it's a halfway point. It's the solstice. Last solstice was December, but you could just go around the new year and go, okay, here's what, here. This is what's been created. It's such a good time to take like a life, like take stock of your life, take stock of things. And then to sit like Friday, like Friday after the solstice, after we like kind of honor the full moon, and really go like, okay, it's a new season, it's a new chapter, it's the second half of the year, it's, I'm now like change of guards, change of chapter, changes. And I know like we're always like, but the new moon, we want to wait till the new moon for new intentions. It's the solstice. It's the solstice. Like that, I don't want to say it trumps the new moon. It doesn't trump the new moon, but it is a big peak change, right? It only comes twice a year. Either we are now going into darker days every day, or we're going into brighter days every day. That's a big shift. And so just honoring that in ourselves, it's a big shift. It's a big shift, and going, all right, cool. Here's the culmination or the peak of things. And then to go, all right, what am I really truly called to? So Saturday, Mercury is square the nodes of fate, true north, highest path forward. It's so good. Mercury is the mind, messenger of the gods. Let the mind translate the insights for your highest path forward on Saturday, and really get really real about, we've let the dissolving happen, right? So let me give you a quick overview. We've let the dissolving happen over the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Beginning parts of Thursday, the dissolving has happened, the dissolving, letting old thought patterns go, letting all the stuff go. Like it's all dissolving. We get to the peak, the culmination, and we go, okay, cool. I can see, what have I created? What am I creating? What goals have I hit? What have I done in my life? And then we move into, all right, future path forward. That's Saturday. Future path forward. What am I called to? Now what am I called to based on who I am now? Not who I was last week, or who I was 3 months ago, or who I was 5 years ago. It's like, now where am I called to go? What is true now? It's like, let Sunday be like 0 point. Right? Like 0 point. It's 0 point. I mean, Thursday is 0 point really once we get past the solstice, but I really like working with this energy on Saturday because of that Neptune square, and because that full moon is pretty potent. So I feel like the full moon is just going to amplify the solstice. It's going to drag it out to be even bigger and last longer. And then we can kind of start to reset and like make new goals, if that feels right for you, of course. New alignment, where are you really called to go? So here's something fun. You kind of got a free pass on that for the week, right? This is how it is for me anyways. Like, all right, cool. I don't have to make really big life decisions this week. I don't want to make life decisions this week. I want to just let shit keep dissolving. And then come Friday and come Saturday, I will have clarity. I will have so much more clarity, right? And I will really be able to feel into my highest path forward so I can make bigger life decisions, right? Like I'm sitting on like a house selling decision. I'm sitting on relationship decisions. I'm sitting on like some big work decisions, right? Like, so just, it's okay. It's okay. So if that feels all right for you to just like hold on and wait for a minute, my sense is we're going to get a lot more clarity come Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So come the weekend. But until then, y'all, if we can let ourselves dissolve, like let the old thought patterns dissolve, let like structures dissolve that just don't serve anymore, we will get so much out of it. Okay, huge love to you. You all are amazing. We just opened up Ibiza 5-day in-person retreat. If you've never been to Ibiza, the island, it's amazing. It's beautiful. If you're interested in priestess training, that's kind of the theme of the retreat. It's our only in-person event this year. I think it's half full, maybe a little more by the time this video goes out. I don't know, but it's around that. If that sings to you, that's open. You can type PT, just PT for priestess training in the comments, and we'll shoot you over a link if you're interested in that. Otherwise, look out for the podcast. We'd love to see you in the comments below. It's amazing what we're doing together. My aim is to try to do some more of these videos for us each and every week. Just huge love to you all. I'll see you soon.